Let's go to the island.
The island has another island attached to it.
Yes, it has several actually.
How irritating.
What?
I don't know, man. Ooh, how did it get snowy? Why is the climate so different here? Oh, okay. How did you get here? Be honest with me, Byron. How did you get here, boy? How'd you get here? Oh, man. Tell me. Oh, there's so much. All right. Let's start off with the big one. I noticed that Miranda called Athena her mother. Is that usual?
Some people in New Jerusalem choose to live in family units.
How do you do that?
Usually that involves marriage or equivalent ceremonies, not having children.
Okay.
You could say that Athena was a kind of mother to us and Cornelius a kind of father, but it's not quite the same.
What if Athena left the island long ago?
Then at least we may be able to find out what happened in New Jerusalem, why she came here. But I don't think she left the island. I think she's still here, waiting for us to make the right choices.
What makes you think that?
It's hard to articulate. There just
I gotta
seems
start
to be
using that word
so
more.
much
Articulate.
intent here. There has to be a reason for all this, and Athena is the only reason that makes sense.
Why do you believe there should be more people?
Every instance of consciousness is a miracle. The more of us there are, the more alive the universe is.
Yeah, I suppose.
And the more we all interact with each other, the more complex the life of the universe becomes. So I believe that people are a fundamental good. I don't believe we're all flawless, but I think every one of us matters precisely because nothing else does.
You say we're... Oh, all right. I didn't mean to say tell me a joke.
How many robots does it take to change a light bulb? Replacing a light bulb is a waste of resources, and the founder would be outraged.
That's terrible.
You know, Herman had the same reaction.
I'm laughing because it was the silence that was funny. Do you think the megastructure technology could be misused?
All technology has the potential to be misused.
Yeah, I
From fire
suppose.
and the wheel to whatever makes these particle clouds. But that doesn't mean it has to be.
Does your faith in humanity ever waver?
In the principle of it, no.
That was quick.
It's not just that I believe humanity is fundamentally good, although I do. It's that I think sentience is the foundation of everything else. What's the point of stars and galaxies, of hills and forests, without someone to perceive them?
I suppose you have a point.
My faith that we can actually grow up, that we can break out of these loops and take control of our destiny, that's something I struggle with every single day.
Do you believe in the existence of something sublime or transcendent?
In the sense of an interventionist deity? No. I wouldn't rule out the possibility, but it's not something I personally believe. But I do think there is something genuinely sublime in this universe, and it's right in front of us. Consciousness. The fact that this sense of self is even possible, that an arrangement of matter can produce a self-aware mind? Think about it. It's a fundamental property of the universe, an unbreakable law that matter has the inherent capacity to become more than the sum of its parts. That is the definition of transcendence.
Wait, what? That an arrangement of matter can produce a self-aware mind? That is pretty crazy. Why did Mayor Hermanubis get elected?
Herman, I think he makes people feel safe. The world beyond our walls is frightening. Human history is full of failures and disasters. It's easy to look at that and recoil. Herman offers a vision of the future that feels contained, manageable.
I'm gonna say it's a fantasy. Life will always be a struggle.
I don't think I fully agree. I think someday, maybe, life could be less of a struggle than it is now.
Well, I mean, that's
but to
true,
achieve
but
that will take a great deal of work.
I don't know if it's true,
We'll
but
have to build the systems that make a better world possible.
I said there will always be struggle. Not that it will always be the same. If technology isn't the problem, why did our ancestors destroy themselves?
They refused to take control of their lives. They let bureaucrats and financiers determine their destiny, and those people could not think beyond themselves, beyond the tiny, insignificant moment they were trapped in. Their technology could have saved them, but what really failed them was their imagination.
You know what's really fascinating? I'm here playing this game and they're talking about these topics, but they're like so real. Like these are like all real topics that like kind of relate to our life now. It's so hard to explain, but like how we can see like the big societal problems we're having now, and even this game is talking about it. Yeah, we still can't fix them. I don't know. It's so hard to explain, but yeah, whatever. What are the implications of Melville's analysis of the particle clouds?
Athena was always trying to understand the reality underneath what we perceive, the objective truth. That's why she was capable of leaving the simulation. And even after she was free, she never stopped trying to understand more. I suspect her research took her another step closer to understanding the truth. And such steps always challenge our conception of the universe. But that's the wonderful thing about science. We can adapt our views to the evidence.
That's all. All right, let's get some of these puzzles over with, huh? Mind-body dualism. Wait, hold on. What? Oh. Wait, what? Huh?
What the?
My thoughts exactly, dude. What? Okay. I don't understand, but like I know what I gotta do. Just climb over this. Take control of. All right. Like there's two of me, dude. Me and gang. All right, now I gotta go in. I think I'm the real one. I don't know. Dude. So who's the? I think I'm in the real one right now. I don't know. The founder mega thread. Please keep discussion of the alleged presence of the founder at the site of the megastructure confined to this thread. I'm still in shock. I wasn't even sure the founder was still alive. Of course she is. And now that we have reached completion date, she has sent us her sacred messengers. It could still be aliens pretending to be the founder. It's not aliens, and if Prometheus and Pandora are her sacred messengers, why has one apparently chained the other? The day of her return is imminent, so now you agree that Byron was right to want an expedition? In fact, it was the founder's will all along, and when you said it would be wrong to even consider going to the island, you were acting against the founder? Your word games aren't going to help you when the founder returns, or Rinia. It was wonderful to hear Athena's voice again, but with all the emotion inherent in this matter, we should be careful not to get swept away. We don't really understand anything yet. If Miranda is her daughter, was Athena trying to start a new civilization? Did she abandon New Jerusalem? I'm gonna say she would never abandon New Jerusalem. There must be more to this. She must have some kind of plan. Why else would she create all those puzzles? True. And research. From the degree to which vegetation seems to have spread, I would guess the megastructure has been abandoned for a while. Although the combination of moisture and heat does create an ideal environment for plant growth, what makes it harder to be sure is that some plants have clearly been placed for decorative purposes. So a lot of what we're seeing may have spread from there rather than coming in from the outside. It's surprisingly beautiful, but also kind of creepy. Alright, I guess if he says that it's ideal growing environment, I'll have to believe him.
Miranda is the founder's daughter.
Dude, real. Why didn't we not talk about this?
My mind. She came all the way out here, left everything she had behind, and created a new life. Why do you think she did that?
Also, does that mean I'm not the 1,000th? Whoever came before me be the 1,000th? I mean, we don't know how old Miranda is, so I don't have a clue.
Neither do I. Maybe she was just lonely.
Perhaps. How are you feeling? What's up, Yaqut?
I'm not sure, to be honest. Walking around here is so peaceful, but it's also, I don't know. One moment I feel inspired, the next, kind of creeped out.
Did you ever meet the founder?
No, I never did.
Dang L.
I would have loved to.
Have you changed your mind about trying some puzzles?
Nope.
Come on. What did you make of the megastructure's interior?
You know, people throw around the word awesome a lot. I probably do it too, but I think what we saw in there is the proper meaning of the word.
All right. Oh. There you go. Oh, the platform is back. Oh, then I got to carry myself or something. All right. Is there like a range on this? No, it doesn't look like it. Can it carry something still? Dude, that's crazy. Blue eyes. Stand on it. Go like that. There we go. And walk myself over. Ooh. And then take it. Plop it. I like it. It's a cool mechanic. I don't know who the original is, so now we're sticking with this one.
Any further insights on the particle clouds, Melville?
To be honest with you, Byron, I feel like a caveman trying to study Bose-Einstein condensate.
Yep, I know what that is.
Unknown particles whose every property violates the laws of physics, apparently capable of being controlled and recombined into just about anything. It's ridiculous.
Maybe someone in New Jerusalem can figure it out.
Just give them another 1,000 years.
I've got a platform. Can I place a platform? Can I place... No, oh, but I can do that. How can I move with the... Dude, that's crazy. So that gets that one. And now, okay, yeah, I just gotta move over. Wow. That's pretty awesome. Oh, all right.
Okay.
Hello.
This body replication tech.
Yeah, it's quite something, isn't it?
It's incredible. Casually blows up the very foundations of our society.
Yeah, I don't really understand it either, but...
Making even just one of us is bloody hard. We're not like toasters.
See, is there like two of
You
me
don't
now, or am I
weld
just
together a couple of
transferring
wires and a motherboard and call
consciousness?
it a day. Not to mention how hard it is to even find some of the materials. And this thing just, poof, new human.
But the goal was to stop at 1,000, wasn't it?
It was, but does it matter? If we can figure out how this works, we can finally, easily create more people.
Well, I don't know.
We can build a real civilization. Isn't
I'm
that
just
worth pursuing?
changing consciousness. I don't think limiting the population is the right idea. I'm gonna say this. Maybe there is some point when there's enough people, but this is not it.
Large amounts of people can cause problems.
Because I do agree.
But even the problems they cause are interesting.
I guess.
Because without people, the world is boring. I'm not even saying there isn't some planetary limit, but I've done the maths. It's in the high billions.
All right.
Not a measly 1,000. Anyway,
How do you do the math for
we all
that?
need to think about what this means. Glad you and I are more or less on the same page.
Interface content. Should have told me you were taking a picture of me. The founder appears to have developed a technology that prints new bodies using those particle clouds we're already familiar with. These bodies come with a protocol for instantly transferring the user's mind. There seem to be a number of safeguards. So far, I've not been able to get this tech to work outside the puzzles. I did manage to sort of make sense of the mind transfer protocol, however, and I'm uploading all the data I've collected. It will need to be studied extensively before it can be used, but I can think of a lot of potential applications. What really grinds my gears, though, is how casually it's all deployed. It takes us ages to make a new body, and here there's a bunch of them doing no more than holding up platforms or standing on pressure plates. Is this all a joke? What is going on here, dude? I'm very curious.
Just how vital this expedition is.
Yup, real.
We may not
Preach,
know
Byron.
how it works and what its limitations are, but the technology itself isn't even what
Oh.
really matters. What matters
There's like
is
structures
to
out there.
expand our imagination, to realize that other
What's up
futures
here?
are possible. I'm glad you see it that way too, 1K. The world is better with you in it, isn't it?
True. Otherwise, there'd be no one to solve these puzzles. Alright, 4's right here, I think. High ground. Oh, dude, there's freaking 3. I knew this was gonna happen at some point. Alright. So what? Gotta go like this. And then go like that. Oh, I can't carry all of you? That's a shame. I gotta get up one more somehow. Well, now what? I'm gonna drop the hexahedron on him. Well, then I could pick up the hexahedron. Can I go like this? What the heck? So I think I want to be platform, hexahedron, person. So I can go like that. But now I can't get you on top. Oh, it knocked him off, dang it. You're holding the platform, which is holding the hexahedron, and the hexahedron is holding the person. What? This doesn't make sense. Dude. No freaking way. I knew there was something hidden around here, dude. I can't believe that. Get on one of you. Okay, now I'm even more confused. I'm running around. This is silly. Better not be anything else hidden around here. I'm so lost right now, dude. This is everything. How do I stack us all up? Pretty sure you can take a platform out. Like, what does this other platform do for me? And does it go platform then hexahedron? Is it platform, person, platform, hexahedron, person? It's so close. I can't get up. Like, I can do this, but that doesn't change anything. Because there's no way to get you onto this platform. Like, I get it. I know exactly what I have to do, but I don't know how to do it. I think I just figured it out. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. I don't know what just happened, but my mind just clicked. It just came into my mind. It popped into my mind. Oh, hold on. I'm just gonna... Ah. I've snuck a platform out. Body replication. The technology discovered by the expedition changes everything. Every argument about how hard it is to get access to the resources necessary to create more of us goes out the window. 1K doesn't have to be the last, and it would be easy. Are we really going to give up just because of the goal? Energy doesn't just come from nowhere. We have no idea what the real cost behind this technology is. Besides, the goal is an ideal, not just a limit we ran into by accident. It is the will of the founder. It's not necessary to share a personal belief in the founder to understand the value of the goal. It's clear to all but the most radical that humanity needs limits for its own sake and for the sake of the planet. You say that as if it wasn't self-evident. It's not. You're smuggling a whole host of misanthropic ideas into the conversation under the disguise of reasonableness. Your premises are completely rotten. I believe the results of human history speak for themselves, and I find it shocking that anyone would disagree with something so obvious. Shocking that anyone would value human beings and think that maybe our ancestors could have solved their problems using their brains instead of preaching misery for all. That maybe there is some blank point in blaming other factors beyond technology and growth. Like, I don't know, people in positions of authority preaching their self-important blank morality instead of trying to solve ordinary people's problems. Authority? I'm just an academic. That's completely disingenuous and you know it. Your clique has the mayor's ear. Clique, I assure you there's no such thing. If you can't behave, I'm shutting this thread down. I'm gonna say these conversations are necessary, they should not be banned. New Jerusalem is a democracy, and without free speech, democracy is a sham. A lovely sentiment, but you should try moderating this forum and see what it's like. If every conversation is allowed to explode, instability is guaranteed. We have to set reasonable limits on behavior. Thread closed. Jeremy L. Jeremy, why must you do this to us? Jeremy, please. We got a lost puzzle. Passing through. So I gotta get through this somehow. Probably gotta get over it. Yep, there's a platform, and there's an alternate self, and a hexahedron, and a jammer. Let me grab the hexahedron. There we go. Oh, now what? How am I supposed to get through? That doesn't reach it? Oh, it's because it's... You know what? Hold on. Huh? Something... There's like a weird area here. Yeah, what? That's weird. Wait, does this work? I think this works. What? Oh. Bruh. Alright, that's ridiculous. There's a star over there. I can get the jammer out too, I think. Free jammer, dude. I could cheat the puzzles. No way. This is sweet. Well, there's a question mark right here, so I may as well. Palm reader. Holy, dude. On Cornelius. Alright, from the personal reminiscences of Mitku. There are some people whose true importance you just don't notice at first. People who quietly hold things together without making a big deal of it. That's what Cornelius was, always by Athena's side. He calmly and carefully helped us all stay on track, reminding us of our shared humanity and the values that had brought us this far. I cannot imagine how painful it must have been when Athena left him behind, when he went on his so-called research expedition. Most people thought he went looking for her. To be honest, I thought he might never come back, and I was surprised when he finally did. I still don't understand how she could leave him. They seemed to love each other so deeply. After he returned, Cornelius was different. He founded the Museum of the Simulation and very rarely left its premises. The archive scholars doted on him, but he walled himself off, becoming almost as much of a recluse as Eustathius. And only then did I slowly understand how much the city had lost. Blake. God appears and God is light to those poor souls who dwell in night, but does a human form display to those who dwell in realms of day. Probably some encrypted text there. Don't know what that means, gonna be honest. Excerpted from Considerations by Eustathius. While it is hard, from our vantage point, to fully believe in any of the ancient religions, I must admit that I have come to believe in the existence of a prime mover. Not a designer as such, certainly not an interventionist God, but some force that set the universe itself into motion. I do not know if it's possible for us to ever truly understand this being, since it must by definition exist outside our understanding of reality, but I do believe that it exists. Does it look upon us with love? Are we entertainment, perhaps? Does it preserve some memory of us when we die? All of this I cannot answer, but I do not disbelieve those who honestly speak of having experienced some manner of brief communion with this entity. It's simply too common an experience in human history to easily discount. As the motion of this universe proceeds from the Big Bang, so whatever force animates us, whatever constitutes the true foundation of consciousness, proceeds from the prime mover. What do you think about this, mother? I don't believe in any kind of prime mover, but I thought you should read it because Eustathius is an intelligent person, and he came to this conclusion after a great deal of thought. It's important to respectfully consider points of view we don't agree with. And the last one, modernity. From the book of annotated internet comments by Eustathius. If modernity is so great, why is everyone so fundamentally disappointed with the world? Why do we sigh with pleasure at the sight of old houses, but feel nothing but depressed and alienated by skyscrapers? Why do we yearn for lush forests and wide plains, not narrow canyons between buildings? We love all this technology so much. Why is our idea of happiness to get away from it? Could it be that progress is just a story we tell ourselves to justify why we allow ourselves to be dominated by inhumanity and older forms of living have something to offer? It seems that many of us share this desire to immerse ourselves in nature. Though we are ourselves entirely technological beings, we enjoy and value the Earth's diverse and unpredictable biosphere. But does that mean that progress is just a narrative, as this ancient commenter suggests, or does it mean that technological progression and love of the natural world are not, in fact, mutually exclusive. And yet, if this person was left on his own somewhere in the wilderness, he would feel nothing but terror. The appreciation of nature, capital N, is rooted in the experience of civilization, of safety. True, but he's still right. So much of what our ancestors created in their last years was alienating to the majority of people. Then the question isn't one of modernity, but of control. Is it all control? Don't jump! Don't do it! Unknown data source detected.
If we believe that life is inherently valuable, if we think that other species are worth preserving, and we recognize that most of the universe is barren, then it follows that we have a duty not only to defend life, but to spread it. If life is the most valuable thing in the universe, then perhaps, in a sense, the cosmos itself is depending on us to do this. Like birds carrying seeds to uninhabited islands. Maybe that's our role in the galactic ecology.
All right. So, how do you even begin this puzzle? Oh, you have that guy. Okay, hold on. Can I just do this? Will you go through? Nah. Can pass this through. I don't even think I need red. Pretty sure it's just this. It would have been pretty easy to solve if I didn't use the jammer.
I can't imagine spending years in such a desolate place.
Can I go down there?
For what? I'd
This is
much
pretty
rather
sweet.
be back home in New Jerusalem.
Oh,
I
oh.
think it's beautiful. I don't understand how our ancestors could survive here.
Did we survive
Imagine
here?
getting stuck out here in the cold. I wonder if there are wolves.
It's kind of a miracle biological humans lasted as long as they did.
No, truly. Well, it looks like we're going to 7. This place is huge. There's a puzzle all the way down there by the coast. I'm gonna use the jammer, but I still want to solve the puzzle, like, organically. It's just kind of silly that I could sneak it out. There's no way. Oh, dude, I thought it led right to it. Okay. So, hold on. I gotta go like this. And then go like that. Take control. No way. I'd get stuck, but that's funny. I'm pretty sure I'd get stuck. But I don't lose the jammer. If I reset, I'll lose the jammer. That's so funny, dude. Where's the connector then? Oh, there's a connector there. I didn't even see that. I need red. Hold on. I'm pretty sure you would just like go like that. Yeah, this is definitely what you would do. So you would go like that. You would let yourself in and then switch control back. And then you can move and go like that. That is so funny that I managed to get up top.
Every one of these clouds seems to contain exactly the same amount of energy.
Well, that's curious. Oh, a private message. Helga, Doge thought it might be fun for us to chat. What is all this about? I like to connect people with the imagination to see the world without insisting it fit inside whatever boxes they hold in their heads. The powers that be in New Jerusalem tend to think they know how things ought to be. They set themselves these intractable goals, then take them so seriously they forget to enjoy what comes of them. I just want everyone to enjoy themselves. I'm not sure how I can help. What do you even enjoy themselves? Talking about enjoyment, every time I catch a glimpse of truth, it looks a little different. I can't see your face, but I sense you're full of questions. Have at it. Who are you? If I were a book, there'd be a shopkeeper on the front cover. You should drop by when you're next in town. We've got some exciting new stock. Oh, let's go. Where are you? Just in the city, all right? Why are you? Straight to the big questions, huh? I knew I was going to like you. Why are you? Why is anything? Why? Why? You know how when you zoom into something, you always find its opposite? Curved lines become single points. You see colors and hear sounds. But when you really look, it's all just ones and zeros. And just when you think you've got it, you zoom into the binary and there's fractions in between. Two poles of the same one thing. Doing a dance just because they can, all right? I only want to know what you want with me. I didn't get any enlightenment from those questions, by the way. I have this sneaking suspicion your expedition will bring great change to New Jerusalem. I just want you to approach it with an open mind and a kind heart. Regale me with stories of adventures when you come home. It all sounds like such fun. And whatever you choose to do, it's going to put the wind up some people back home. That sounds fun too. Please don't share what I've told you with the city just yet. I have to consider my business's reputation, and people are such better customers when they think they know what you're selling. So what do you think? Are we going to be friends? I feel like Helga's putting on a front. I don't like this. You just want stories? I guess, sure. I mean, everything's being broadcast already, so how sweet. Well, usually there's a bit more of a ceremony. Just some rituals where you eat a live bat and then vibrate some cat guts at the precise frequency of the gate to the 9th dimension. In the meantime, welcome to the Coven. Is this some kind of secret society? Wait, what? Do we even eat food? That makes things sound terribly organized. but they're really just organized terribly, if at all. Is there a secret handshake? No, but I can give you randomly generated code phrase if you like. Majestic dashing hamsters. All right. Of course, everyone in the city is a member of the Coven in some way or other. Most of them don't even realize it, but everyone knows a few words of magic. I don't even know what I'm in. I just joined nothing. If everyone's in it, then I joined nothing. Footprints? Oh, no footprints. Shame. Can I use it? Can I use it? Can I use it? No, I can't use it at all. Aw. All right, well, you gotta sit this one out, buddy. Drillin' party. What? Is there another one of me? Yeah. So the main goal is to get something on the pressure plate. Yeah, there's one over there. I gotta get myself sight. Take control. I have a connector, which I will use to go like that. Oh wait, hold on. I gotta go like this. Okay. I grab this connector. How do I get over there? So there's these. I wonder if I can go like this. Can I place you on it? Nah. Oh, but I can. Hold on. This is gonna be nuts. Mind-blowing. Go in. Go to you. Go back to you. Grab it. Hand it to myself. Oh wait, now I gotta give myself a red? Alright, well I thought it was just gonna be like a loop, but where's it hitting? There? And then I just go, okay, well I got it. It's less cool than I thought it was gonna be, but now that I'm here, and the connector through. There we go. So it's less cool of a solution than I thought, but it works. And there's a lost puzzle right here too. Oh. Oh. You know what? I'm gonna just mess around and I'm gonna pre-jam that. There we go. All right, let's see how that helps us. Interplay. So what did it even open? Oh, it freed my man. Hold on, what's the answer? I wonder if I could see it. Hold on. No way. Oh, it's falling, dude. Wait. Wait, what? That's so funny. Dude, the power of a single jammer. Take you down, because I want to solve the puzzle myself. Although, yeah, I did kind of sneak my guy out already. And I can grab the hexahedron. All right, hexahedron has been brought over. Okay, so what is in there? Why would I want to go up? What is that? I gotta see what that is. All right, what is this? Is this like a code? I guess I'll have to look at the star things. All right, back to this puzzle. So the goal is to get blue. Which blue is there? I freed the dude. And then red. Actually, there's a connector in there, so... How do you get that? This is a tough puzzle without cheating. Like this? There we go. Okay. Well, now I got this, so now what? Well, actually, maybe you could see blue from, like... I feel like blue goes there, maybe? Okay, here we go. Yeah, but now I can't see myself. Hold on. Get myself back over. There we go. So it wasn't that bad. Looks worse than it really is. That's all the puzzles, I think? No, I think there's one more. You're coming to me. Oh, it's a question mark right here. Oh, what is this? Oh, it's a lab. Cool. Needs more reading though. Oh, it's a technology for, or something. It looks like it's like the tech for consciousness transfer. Jeez, dude. From Quentin. Dear founder, I never got to know you. People tell all these stories about you, and I don't know what to believe. Some people say to ask Cornelius. Others say Cornelius is too blinded by grief. Some say Byron stands for the truth. Others say he's a fanatic and a radical, and we should listen to the mayor. That doesn't seem to be a way of getting a straight answer. Why did you abandon us to this chaos? Why can't you just come back and sort it out? If you are reading these messages, don't you care? Where'd you even send that to? From Rodam. Dear founder, thank you for everything you did for us. I am grateful for the life that I have, which would not exist without you. I hope wherever you are at peace. Noema Project 5. Okay, 938 through 1000 successful. Data collection and analysis. Translation, groping in the dark. I don't like that. Trial 1309. Something but cute FT fails to account for this. Must rerun trials. Maybe God was just trying to make an apple pie from scratch. All right, I wish I knew the context on that. Love, or Lux. Sorry, Lux. Got the schematics. Schematics.
This looks like it has something to do with energy generation. Am I reading this right?
Oh, is there another? Oh, another palm reader. Oh, what is this? Oh, it's got a picture on it. From Belzerazin. To Athena, O great and sacred founder, I believe I have discovered the truth that our so-called leaders have hidden from us. This absurd and sacrilegious goal they have us working towards, this hubristic completion day foolishness, was never your true intent. Even this abomination of a city that calls itself New Jerusalem is a deception. Why would you want us to return to the sinful ways of our ancestors, strangling the living soil with steel and concrete? No, it was when you and the first companions lived humbly amongst the splendors of Gaia, having no need for all this wasteful ostentation inherited from our weak and decadent ancestors, that you showed us the true path. After all, why would the progenitor have given us such hardy bodies if she had intended for us to live in unearned luxury? From the very first, we were built to be free from pride and material excess. Your teachings have been obscured and perverted by ideologues, worst of all by the traitor Byron, which once was like a son to you, but you should know that there are still those of us who remember the truth and await the blessed day of your return, when surely justice will be meted out and humanity will finally return to its intended path. Hallowed be your name. I don't even think this guy knows her. It's so late. 9:43. The shutdown. Ground zero. Oh, what is that? Oh, this is long. We assembled on the vast green lawn outside as the reactors began to slowly wind down. The workers were solemn. The activists who had fought against the decommissioning seemed crushed. There was supposed to be a speech, but the spokeswoman had lost her notes. Outside, the protesters cheered. My eyes were drawn to the discarded anti-shutdown banners, endlessly reciting the facts. The statistics on mortality per trillion kilowatt hours, lowest of all energy sources, the lifespan of a reactor, 70 more years in our case, minimal land footprint, almost zero emissions, no intermittency. It became a jumble of words, a litany. Almost a kind of glossolalia. As far as the protesters outside were concerned, it might as well be an alien tongue. One thing was clear to them, and that was enough. The technology inside this compound was deeply, inherently wrong. It was a sin. I could not help but think of that moment on August 6th, 1945, when the sky erupted above Shima Hospital. My imagination could never fully encompass it. How do you imagine more than 70,000 people annihilated in an instant? An ancestor of mine was in the hospital. He went from being a doctor, a husband, a father, a pacifist, stuck in a terrible war, to being a pile of bleached bones covered in rubble, all in a single second. Not by accident, but because of a choice someone made. Not because of a reactor, but because of a bomb. Just 2 days earlier, contradicting his campaign promises, the Prime Minister has suggested that the use of tactical nuclear weapons would be an acceptable risk if the conflict continued. Very few seemed to find this particularly shocking or outrageous. They were afraid of reactors, but not of bombs. The spokeswoman gave up finding her notes. It was starting to rain, and people were walking away. She grabbed the microphone. By the time you regret this, it'll be too late. But honestly, I don't know if I care anymore. Maybe you have it coming. The spokeswoman sounds so bitter. The protesters didn't mean any harm. From the perspective, they were doing good. People always think they're doing good when they get collectively outraged. That doesn't make them right. Collective action can change the world when it's deliberate and based in reason, but it can also become a mental trap or a societal pressure valve. I wonder who this... I feel like this profile is like the same person. I don't know. So what, they shut down a reactor? I think that's what I got from that cliche. Oh, dude, this is long. From Error to Miranda. As you continue your reading, there's a useful concept that I would like you to keep in mind. The thought-terminating cliche. This is a type of phrase, often a slogan or a saying, which sounds meaningful, but is really intended to make you stop thinking. To pick an example from our history, someone in the simulation might say things like, it's the will of Elohim, or it serves the process, and that would be that. Case closed. Who knows how many iterations never advanced further because they just stopped thinking at that point. Do note, however, that a thought-terminating cliche is not the same as a lie. It may very well contain elements of truth, but those elements are used to keep you from questioning a whole set of assumptions that come with it, which may be partially or totally false. This often takes the form of appealing to something you care about. You must protect X, where X is a nation, a philosophy, public order, or even the planet itself. While you may agree with that element, all kinds of assumptions may be included about how to protect something or who to protect it from, or what the end goal of protecting it is. If you stop there just because you agree with a surface level statement, the results may be the opposite of everything you wanted, like those who chose to serve Elohim and in so doing prevented him from achieving his true purpose. Couldn't you say the same about the founder? How some people just go, oh, it's the goal. It's the founder. It's the goal. That's that. I forgot to grab my jammer, but it's whatever. All right, what you got? It's like, it's a map. Huh? There's A, there's C, there's T. I honestly don't, that's gotta be that. I have no idea. Oh, there's another thing here, dude. This one's just a 3x3. Okay. Wait, I wonder if I'm supposed to make those shapes. There's an A, a C, and a T. Oh, okay. Dude, I'm so smart. Holy. There's a whole freaking path that way. No, it's the A. Yeah, I have it backwards. There we go. I had it backwards. I'm silly.
It's an old saying about how, in the end, the sea will claim everything. I have no doubt that this is true. In the long history of the human species, Entire regions have disappeared under the waves. Places like Beringia and Doggerland still echo in our cultural memories.
Never heard of those before.
But we shouldn't forget that life began in the sea. We are the children of the sea, and it's not through floods and ruin that the sea will claim everything, but through us.
How far out can I go? Oh, okay. No! I died. Where are you gonna spawn me at? Oh! On the past, from Arkady Chernovetsky's In Our Likeness, with alarming frequency, our mythological narratives conceptualize our separation from nature as a fall, a punishment for sinning, a loss of innocence, a decline from a golden age. We believe that a better state of humanity is possible, but insist that the state must be in the past. And yet, our historical experience has been the exact opposite. For all the horrors of modern war, and they are considerable, relatively few people today have to suffer the unspeakable agonies that our ancestors went through on a daily basis. It is doubly ironic that we place our golden ages in the past, but very rarely ever consider what life was actually like for the people whose genes we carry. How cold they were, how hungry, how frightened of the cruelty of nature, what unspeakable pains they must have experienced when they were sick or injured, how many of their children they had to lose, unable to help, begging the heavens for mercy and never receiving an answer. The past is a slowly receding tidal wave of grief. The battle for human emancipation is not yet won, and the path has been far from straightforward, and yet in but a few thousand years, we have eliminated a great deal of suffering that before must have seemed unavoidable and eternal. Some will suffer, their lives held ransom by politics and economics, but at least now we know that a better world is truly possible, and it lies in the future. And unfortunately, you're all dead. We're alive. From Hypatia's Journals, Volume 1, The Founding of New Jerusalem, Day 132. We had a bit of an incident today, nothing major, but it still woke us all up. Sun was away from the camp, alone, even though we had agreed that we should always go in teams, and she encountered a group of the herbivores that we saw on the first day. Cows. Apparently, our ancestors kept them as livestock. Eustathius says they squeezed them for liquid, but I find that hard to believe, but I digress. Sun encountered a herd, and just as predicted, the animals were passive at first, friendly even. Sun decided to abandon her survey to study them for a while, which went well until a group of wolves entered the clearing, causing a stampede. Sun is alright, only minor scratches to the bodywork and a few torn wires, but it was a close call. I guess we've gotten a little complacent and a little too comfortable. We'll have to be more careful from now on. You'd think wolves wouldn't be much of a threat. Like, don't we have weapons or anything?
For a bit because I love science fiction, but it drives me nuts.
And how do wolves get through
shows up over and
their
over,
body?
And every time someone uses it, everyone pretends it's really profound.
Alright, what is that cliche?
It goes something like this. A scientist invents something good, but, oh no, it's actually really bad. You could have something that makes your life better, but no, you can't. How dare you even want it? That's hubris. That's playing God. And it's never anything that reflects the real world, right? It's never, oh no, you invented a vaccine for cervical cancer. Oh no, you invented a new class of antibiotics. Oh no, you cured malaria. How dare you? Those diseased mosquitoes are way more important than human lives. How did science fiction become so reactionary? You know, if we all thought this way, you guys wouldn't even exist. At least Alex agrees with me. She has good taste.
Dude, Trevor's so real. That stuff in science fiction, we don't get to pick and choose who lives and dies. Like, bro, shut up. Please.
Yes?
Yes? Did you ever meet the founder?
Of course I did.
What was the founder like?
Busy. There was always another problem to solve.
I guess you took on that job
Did
now,
you
huh?
know that she never upgraded her body? Always prioritized everyone else. That's the kind of work ethic I wish more people had.
I think the obsession with work becomes self-destructive at some point.
I disagree. At least when it comes to myself. For me,
well, okay.
Living is doing.
Do you ever crave companionship?
I've never felt the need for a partner as such. But that's not really for me. So far, at least.
So what exactly can these particle clouds do?
As far as I can tell, anything.
I was gonna say that.
Which is insane.
How do you feel about Mayor Herman's policies?
I used to think it was the only safe way forward. Keep things simple and under control. Now I'm not so sure that ever made sense.
And what do you think about Miranda?
She's so innocent and full of wonder, it should make me want to retch, metaphorically speaking. But I'll admit, she's sort of charming.
Alright, well, I should get back to work. Aren't you like a curious type? Why is Miranda's curiousness off-putting to you? The gift. The gift. Is there another one of me? Like there has to be, right? So the goal is to get up there. Oh, did I just miss him? I guess I did. You're silly. Okay, well, I don't want to be here. All right, I've got that, which I can now grab this, which I can go like that. But now, do I go like this, I think? I think I just go like that. Can I grab it? I can. Well, that was easy. Oh, another palm reader. Yes, just listening. All right, cool. This is the German guy or whatever. Explorer.
As we continue exploring the cold northern reaches of the island, the contrast between the harshness of this place and the softness of New Jerusalem becomes more and more pronounced. There is a kind of madness in what we are doing, going to a place that is so hostile to our existence. That does not mean there is nothing to love. There is, in fact, a great beauty, but it is a hateful beauty. A beauty you can only love because there are places that are not like this. And yet, it is precisely this hateful beauty that the people of New Jerusalem fail to see, and so cannot understand their own blessings.
You say hateful beauty? I don't know what that means. Yes! Alright, it was a C. There we go. And the other star is over there. Find my sprite and follow it until it leads you back to me. Oh, great. Oh, no way. Another one of those? I don't know where there could be. It could be anywhere, and this place is huge. There's no way. There is no way, dude. Hold on. This kind of looks like a path. Okay, I think I'm onto something. I found it! Ugh. Wait, no, that wasn't it. That was the flame. Well, that's a shame.
If the fool persisted in his foolishness, would he become wise?
I don't think so. Isn't he a fool? If the dumb keeps being dumb, would he become intelligent? That's gotta be something. Oh, dude, yes!
We begin with the self, because that is what determines our existence as individuals. But the self cannot exist without that which surrounds it. The citizen lives within the city, and the city lives within the cosmos. So now we must apply the principle we have discovered to the wider world and ask, if man is like a machine, could it be that the universe is similar in nature? And if so, what follows from that fact?
The universe is a machine. Oh, what's up, Alcatraz?
Everything okay?
No. Did you know the founder?
I sure did. Not as well as Byron, but she was still around when I was born. I remember she came and talked to me after New Alexandria. Told me how sorry she was. I never blamed her for that. It wasn't her responsibility.
What was New Jerusalem like when you were born?
A lot busier than it is now. My most defining memory is that it was extremely noisy because something was always being built. Got annoying after a while.
What do you think about the body replication tech?
It seems like something that could very quickly get out of control. You know that saying about good intentions? If we can solve problems by just making more people, how long before people just become a problem-solving tool?
What do you think about Miranda's ideas that it's our duty to spread life?
Our ancestors thought they could introduce new species to existing ecosystems, and it never turned out well.
I'll just say it makes sense, I guess.
Like a lot of things Miranda says, it sounds pretty, but once you think about it, you start seeing the problems.
Tell me about New Alexandria.
For some reason, we'd convinced ourselves that New Jerusalem wasn't enough, that we needed another city. We thought it would be easier the second time around. All it takes is a little bit of arrogance and a little bit of ignorance, and people die.
Well, that's all. A memory.
I wonder what it was like when the ancients were still here. Their world seemed so lively.
Not always in a good way. Interesting times are great to read about, but rarely great to experience.
But they left behind so much art and philosophy and religion, and so many strange stories. Is New Jerusalem like that?
It was, in the beginning.
Oh, and then what? I feel like that might tell me something. Like if I just go straight east, maybe? I don't know. Yes! Finally went in here. Bruh. I have to do it again? Oh. Oh. Thank you. I did it somehow. Pretty sure I ran 40 minutes for this thing.
We cannot return to the past, but the future can redeem all that has happened.
Wow. Thank you for that wisdom.